Oh my. Yes, come, welcome.
I'm back. Hi.
Hi, congratulations
Thank you.
again. Wow.
Well, it's my first win. So.
Yes, well, how sweet it is, huh? I mean, also, I have to congratulate you for something else that our producer has pointed out. Not that it's that meaningful, but it is always nice to make mention of it. You're America's #1.
Oh, well, it's live rating.
In live rating.
I mean,
just by a fraction, but a point.
It can change tomorrow, I hope not. So, I mean, it's not yet the time to celebrate. But
no, of course not. After
it's
the
live
tournament.
rating, but I mean, it's still good, no?
Brilliant.
Even if I pass it just for one day.
Exactly. Well, it's like one of those things that you can always say that, one moment in time. And... well, okay, first of all, we'll set it up and take us from the top.
Yeah, so...
E4. Well, first of all, yeah,
E4.
go ahead. Now we stop for just a moment, because the problem is Levon has been playing classical king pawn defenses his whole career.
It's very solid. It's
and
the most solid.
Yeah, and his martial gambit is virtually untouchable.
Well...
so that's why you played a Scotch. You just said, I've got to get him out of his comfort zone.
I mean, Marshall and Berlin.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, even world champions cannot do anything against the Berlin, yeah?
Exactly.
So Ivan Sark played bishop c4 on the first round against him.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the Berlin, what to do? So
right.
You just have to play d4.
Now, do you have experience with the Scotch? I think you have some.
Actually played this once before.
Only?
Guess against who? Against his second.
His second.
Sargisian.
I
mean, not his second in his tournament, but his long time.
His long time
also
trainer.
Also in Tata still. So, knight f6. Take. And before I played c4 against Gabriel Sargisian.
And how did that game end?
It was a draw.
It was a draw. Okay.
Yeah.
And knight d2 was your choice today.
Yeah, here, after rook b8, I forgot my analysis. Because g6 is the main move.
That's right.
Rook b8 is like maybe black's 5th most popular choice. So, but it just surprised me a bit.
Has Levon ever reached this position after knight d2 in
no.
his? So nobody's ever essayed knight d2 against
so
him in your database.
On the database, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so rook b8, 5th choice. Now more or less you're on your own type of thing.
Yeah, he's attacking my pawn on b2, so c4. Okay, and bishop a6 maybe, but knight f4. Queen e3, and here is one of the bad things about rook b8, because a7 is now hanging.
Right.
And reading, as I learned from your book, you like grabbing pawns.
Yes. Sometimes it actually works. Actually,
so that's why I grabbed this pawn, but it's probably not. It's not the best move, I think. I think best move is g3, with the idea after, let's say fe5, then the knight is trapped.
Clear.
So Levon and I talk a bit during the game, and I think we came to the conclusion g3 is better.
G3 was the best.
And then just go for the end game.
Okay.
Where he has a double pawn and just some
weaknesses.
I think a slightly better, and for example, the knight on g6. But still, I mean, it's
a far cry from a big advantage or something. It's just nicer for you, perhaps.
Especially, yeah, but I think it's c5. It's I can be happy.
Yeah, in comparison to the game, this is a cleaner way of play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I should
because the game was very, very murky. All kinds of things were happening in today's game.
I should have gone for this, but I miscalculated. So that's why rook b7.
So when you went for this, the original thought that we had was that you were going to go queen a8, but this is a dead end, though, isn't it? After king.
No, queen d8.
We were
How
even
should
afraid. I don't think there is a good follow. I was afraid of king d8.
I was going to play c5.
Yeah, and then queen takes.
Bishop a6.
Yeah, and
knight f4. Draw.
Knight f4 draw, is that the best? Okay.
And you can give a perpetual, yeah?
Yeah, that is true.
Knight takes f4, knight somewhere, knight b3.
Ooh. dangerous for both players. Queen e5 check. Crazy things can happen, no?
Maybe I miscalculated again.
But there's a perpetual there. I was afraid that it would actually end in a disaster for you because somehow the king d8, your king is
that's why I should have gone for a simple g3 on the 12th move.
clear.
But I miscalculated, so queen has to go back.
Mhm.
Takes f5, knight f4, and here I realized that black has probably no problems.
Exactly.
And I was running low on time, so
Yes, because you were taking a lot of time, actually. Yes.
yeah, I just have to. Maybe next time I should just make a move, and because time is very important in this tournament.
Well, certainly.
Queen f3. It's not easy to say what white's best plan. There's also this line, and then bishop g2, maybe in d5. Let's say castle.
Mm-hmm.
And then black has the center, but
Yes.
he's undeveloped.
Yes.
Or I was even looking at moves like b3 with the idea of bishop b2. It's very unclear.
You mean you want to put your king on the queen side?
Yeah, bishop b2.
Okay.
Because but I didn't see anything after queen c5. So
Uh-huh.
very, very complicated.
Yes.
Anyway, queen f3, g3, knight h5.
Now the problem is you don't have time for bishop g2 and castles. He's going to play bishop c5. So you have to
Exactly,
play
yeah.
bishop e2. It's not the ideal square for your piece, but
For my bishop,
Yeah.
but it gains a tempo.
Right.
So here, is g4 to attack the knight on f6.
clear.
But
Now, did his move d5 surprise you, or you were more or less
Well,
expected d5? No.
I was wondering what to do if it goes bishop c5. Let's
Precisely.
say bishop c5,
Right.
preventing me from
Castle.
castling. And if
g4.
g5, knight g8,
Yeah.
knight comes to e7, maybe I don't have to castle, just rook f1.
Hmm.
So
Very intriguing position.
yeah,
and
again, I
crazy
wanted
position.
I want to say, I want to tell the audience who is better, but I cannot. He can't be 100% sure until you check the computer.
Exactly. All right. So what happened in the game was equally fascinating.
Yeah,
D5,
I mean, I was running low on time,
but
so when he played d5, I just have to go for the attack.
now we didn't understand. What was your intention after knight d7? Because I thought that was his intention of d5. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he was gonna play e4 and then
And then.
wait, knight d7 with queen h3, knight c5.
Well, there's no
Different.
threat anymore with bishop h5, right? Because bishop
Well,
c8
here
is.
and take
What? Sorry, bishop c5.
bishop h5
Takes
and it's rook h7.
Whoa. There is a problem.
There is still a threat.
There is no threat. Sorry.
Queen h3.
So queen h3 is disturbing.
Yeah, and if it goes, there's a lot of possible variations, but
Okay.
let's say this line takes and then takes.
Well, at least he doesn't lose a piece.
Yeah.
The knight is not on g8 as in the
Actually,
game.
maybe black is simply better here because of this. His center, it's too strong.
That's a big power on f7 too, though. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, like Levon played d5, and I think d5 is fine.
Okay.
Just like the simple rule that attack on the flank is best met by a counter attack on the center. So
Well, but you proved, as it turned out, that your attack on the flank was pretty strong as well.
yeah, maybe knight d7. I'm not sure. I can also castle, and let's say after e4, just let's say queen g2.
Well, I always thought that if black was also able to castle bishop c5 check and castle short.
Yeah, but it's not so simple actually.
No. None of this is. All of these, you've got g6 ideas and
Yeah, I think this position, if I got this, I wouldn't be
unhappy.
I wouldn't be too unhappy because
Go back a few moves because instead of committing so quickly with e4, Wes, yeah, so we get this position check,
King H1.
King H1, castles.
Oh, let's say Queen G2.
Right.
What
Okay,
is-
so now I can maybe use the tempo. Well, G6 is annoying, right? I have to
Yeah, I would just want to go knight b3 next, and then either f6 or
go
g6. Yeah, g6 is not. I mean,
so I'm gonna have to play e4 anyway, no?
yeah, and then we transpose, and
And
then
then
I
we
go
just
knight b3.
transposed.
It's not so simple.
No. These are
Yeah.
very, very hard positions to actually.
Yeah, I think
Judge.
both sides have chances. And
Right.
would be
A fair.
yeah.
assessment.
But one interesting line is he cannot take because of take, and then if he beat their bishop c4, but
Okay.
you know it is that's not the.
No.
I mean that's just one idea.
Right. Right.
But yeah, anything could have happened here.
Agreed.
So well. Again, play e4. I mean, he has many possibilities. Maybe knight g8, as he was suggesting.
He suggested this after the game.
Yes.
And then you wanted to castle, I assume?
Yeah, castle. And then the point is after e4, I can probably take this guy.
Oh, this looks like a nice sacrifice. You're getting lots of pawns.
Lots of pawns. I mean,
And
you
the
can go
king-
knight e7. But if he goes knight e7, then the bishop on f8 is and the rook on h8 is particularly not very happy. And maybe I can just go simply like this.
This looks very favorable. This is well. You're having fun. You're
Well-
definitely having fun here. I mean, black's pieces are all still
would be
on
having
the first
fun
and
if
second ranks, no?
my opponent wasn't Levon Aronian. I mean, if I was playing in an open tournament,
You would expect that this
then
would be
this
winning.
would be
Yeah.
But
True.
again, time management is very important.
What happened? You were down to about a half an hour around these parts, by the way.
Yeah, because I took a lot of time calculating the possibilities when I took the pawn on a7.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, that's one thing I could have improved upon my time. And so here, he simply blundered. But we were also analyzing briefly after the game knight d7.
Okay.
Again, I have two choices: castle or bishop h5. Takes. Queen h8.
This exchange sacrifice is not so clear, though, right?
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm gonna castle next move. And
yeah. Okay. Say he takes a pawn. Taking a pawn is always good.
with the g pawn.
Yeah, I assume so too.
Mm.
You're gonna castle.
Yeah, let's say castle.
Knight c5. Let's say. Oops.
What's happening?
And the lights went out.
I have another idea. b3, bishop a3.
Aha.
Let's say b3.
That queen g7.
Oh yeah, this is very
There's a
strong.
lot of pawns. No, maybe too annoying.
Queen g7 is very annoying.
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah.
what do you think of pushing this pawn?
I like it. In the French defense, sometimes you go queen g4,
Okay,
queen takes g7, queen takes h7.
let's
You
have
just-
fun. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
let's
And
just have some fun.
wow.
And then
Okay,
let's say
this
if
would be
here. Then
yeah.
I take and just
Okay, so this is wild. I don't know. I mean,
I-
anything can happen here. I don't know what's
so
going
maybe
on.
black
either.
is simply better.
Yeah.
And then if g6, just simply something like this.
Mm.
G1.
I don't know. It looks like Space Invaders. Black's pawns are
Yeah, I mean,
coming down the board.
yeah.
Well, this would have been wild. As it happened,
Yeah,
I thought it was
97.
totally hopeless after he did blunder. Well,
Yeah, it
blunder
was
the
a
piece.
blunder.
Because I understand him, actually, because when you have a rook on the queen side, you automatically always assume that the bishop on c8 is defended, right? How does the rook end up on b7?
Well, I took
right?
the pawn on that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we understand how it
Yeah.
happened. But he must have been shocked by bishop h5 and the realization that his bishop is hanging, yeah?
Not sure exactly what he means, but he blundered and
Because There was actually one other suggestion. I think it was a tweet. I'm not 100% sure. But it came exactly in this moment. Somebody said bishop e7.
What?
Take the knight, bishop takes.
Really?
It's like, okay.
And then you take
whole
with the queen or the bishop?
bishop.
Ah.
So your whole piece, you just gave a whole piece.
I didn't.
No, of course you didn't.
Wait, I have bishop h5. Huh?
Still, g6 is
And
still
then-
okay.
Then you have to take.
Yeah. No,
I
this
mean-
is this is still not. No, this
He
is
doesn't
still
even have a
wonderful.
pawn. I just
No.
got my b3 next.
No, so it must have been queen
Maybe
takes
queen
f6.
takes, yes.
Pardon
and
me.
then, but
Pardon me.
still, bishop h5, g6 takes.
No, now h8 is defended,
Defended.
right? Yeah.
Mhm. And you just want a castle.
Correct. Exactly. That was the
Okay.
point. I apologize. Queen takes f6.
But still,
Not a bad sacrifice. You get a couple of pawns and
I let the castle.
castle. Yeah,
Now you want to take this pawn.
clear. Actually, also somebody made a very funny tweet. It was very, very late in the game. You never moved your rook on a1 and you never moved your bishop on c1.
Well, yeah,
and he said Wesley's secret weapon is not to develop his pieces.
well, yeah, it's clear. I mean, yeah. Piece up, huh?
Yes, exactly.
But
So,
I prefer white. I'm not sure. I mean, you only have a pawn for the piece. In the worst case, I can just take this. Huh?
true.
But I don't know.
Very funny line, a funny suggestion, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
It's.
I think white is better.
Agreed. I agree. Just
Sample rook b4, rook b1, then b3. Is good.
yeah. Not a yeah.
And
Unless black has some
yeah,
tricky
G6.
tactics with check and d3. Sorry, is there a tricky? No, I don't think there's a tricky tactic.
Takes.
G6.
Takes. Maybe it works. Yeah, G6 is kind of strong. The point being, just to show the audience
Yes,
that
please.
there's no way for white to defend the bishop on G4.
Oops. Oh.
And when you take on, yeah, G6 would have been very strong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, maybe this is a computer suggestion.
We probably got it from a tweet, you
Ah.
see, so it may very well be computer generated. But the idea is you get a pawn, you get a safe king,
Yeah, you
And-
do have a pawn.
and you've got a center still.
Yeah, so not easy.
It
Not
was
easy
something.
to defend the pawn on F5.
Mm-hmm. Just an interesting line.
Takes. Yeah, I like this kinds of position. I like analyzing.
Well, the Scotch is full of these very unusual.
Let's say
Tactical
what happens
moments.
after.
Yes.
Let's just say something like this,
Okay, so two pieces for
and then bishop e3. Who is better?
and why?
I mean, I'm gonna play rook d1 next and attack this pawn on d5. Let's say this one.
Okay, fair enough.
I would be open to any suggestions from, from anybody, but
It looks like you're vicious of putting up a nice blockade.
and yeah, maybe bishop g5 to attack, and then I can somehow hide on c5
Yeah.
or d4. I mean, at the end of the day, I have an outside past 8 pawns, but it still takes a very long time to get it moving.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, so a fascinating position.
Agreed. Did you find that after you had won the piece, for some reason, when you won the piece, I kind of lost track of the game, thinking it was going to be very easy.
Well,
but he found ways of really putting up some remarkable resources. No, it wasn't so cut
yeah.
and dry. You had to play well,
It should be easy because he doesn't even have a pawn for the piece.
right? So that's
But,
why we thought it was just over. But
But yeah, he
you really found
I don't want to say he
Tricks.
played very well because he's simply a
course.
piece down.
clear. Correct.
But
But considering what he had,
uh,
he found his best chances.
yeah, well, first of all, his bishops are very active.
Yes.
But I probably have several ways to win. Maybe Rook G1 is not even the best. Maybe I should go just Knight B3. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I develop my bishop to E3. Yeah, maybe this is even simpler.
Actually,
And
it does look simple, doesn't
if he
it?
takes, then I can just...
Well, now you're happy that he's really messed up his structure.
Yeah, let's say this.
Bishop F7 in the game.
Bishop F7.
You have such ideas in the game. Here it looks also...
Yes, crushing.
Yeah, it does look crushing.
Yeah, so probably Knight B3 is even simpler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have played
So
this.
maybe you made it hard for yourself with Rook G1.
Yeah, but also I thought that he would defend against the threat of Bishop F7 because now I have two threats, just Bishop F7 or trade the bishop.
Correct. Right.
But Knight B3 is more precise.
Okay.
Anyway, Rook G1.
Mm-hmm.
So takes. But still, now he's a pawn and a piece down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rook B4 was a good move, but good move in a losing position.
Right. Again, he's just trying to make it as awkward and as difficult for you as he possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I should continue analyzing because he's a pawn and a piece down, simply.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be lost. I mean, activating the rook.
Right.
And then just, I wouldn't mind if he goes for this.
Yes.
Because
This would be very happy for you. That would make it simple.
He still has the bishop there, but...
No, not enough. No, you will win it.
Although I have to admit that Levon is extremely good in endings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even a simple position like this, he managed to make the game just continue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he's like, never say never. But
never say uncle.
yeah, so I think fascinating game. Unfortunately for Lev, he blundered.
While you're here, we have our tournament leader, Fabi. By the way, did you see this game of Yvonne?
No, I haven't.
It was a visual. It was like cover your eyes. Look at this final position. Like
Vasily has 2.5 out of 3.
Yes.
Yeah,
out of 3.
He seems to be on fire.
That was a very impressive
actually,
game
it's
that he won.
not very surprising because usually for Loek he plays in Tata still or previously Chorus, and he plays lots of Sicilians.
Yes.
Sometimes he wins, sometimes he gets mated. So
yeah,
this is one of the
some disaster. So this is the game of Anish is white, Fabiana Caruana black. Your judgment. What's your first impressions? Is white playing for a win? Is black?
Yeah, of course, white is playing for a win, but the question is whether he can win
achieve it or not. Right. Okay.
Yeah,
From black's point of view, he wants to play perhaps b5.
B5 is
and
very
king
good.
b6. Yeah.
How did the king get to a7?
We're not sure.
Last
when
time I
left,
looked, the
king was on e7 for a long time.
So that was a very good marathon. Yeah, running. I think Anish shouldn't have let the king reach a7, but maybe he had no choice. I'm not sure. I mean, why did he go to g7? Not g7. What if queen h4 now? Queen g7, queen h8. Take that.
There's also queen c6 ideas. Also, queen e8 ideas as well. Yeah. So there was a few moves. This is how he got.
Wait, don't tell me that black is playing for a win. I don't think.
No.
So why did Anish play king after king g2?
That is confusing to me as well.
Queen h8 takes on f4 doesn't work. Wait, queen h. What if queen h8 now?
Queen h8.
Yeah,
no?
why didn't he play this move?
That is a very good question, of course.
Maybe this is a draw.
Well, I mean, it's only 2 results, no? Because after rook c8, there might be some kind. Yeah.
Zugzwang.
But no. Yeah, there's some Zugzwang. Wow.
Well, a very interesting game.
For sure.
I would have played Queen H8 in this.
Me too.
But here, I mean, did he play B5?
No, I don't think he has played B5 yet.
No.
Where are we on turn?
Yeah, so I think this game is gonna.
So Queen E8, in fact, is what he is playing.
Yeah, so it's a draw. Yeah, draw. Good game. So yeah, should be a draw.
Mm-hmm.
So playing Fabiano tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
And have you played him before?
I played him. This will be my. Yeah, I played him many times before. I played him last year.
Of course. Sorry, what?
Played him in Bill. Actually, our first game was back in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
One of the world youths.
One of the world youths. Well, very good. So Fabiana starting +2. And you'll be black in your game tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, I cannot be white every game, unfortunately. That would have been a very
very nice tournament. Wesley,
I would have played chess forever if I
was white every game.
maybe one of team events.
Yeah.
I'll make a special request. No, just kidding.
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Okay, and good luck.